Hey everybody, it's Mary in the Makerspace. It's time for a new Makerspace. We're doing spring and life cycles this time, so I kind of want to tour you around so you'll know what to do. This Makerspace is going to be here for 2 weeks, so there's 4 stations. You'll want each student to do 2 stations each week that they're here. There will be no Makerspace the last week of school. So the first station, it starts with a science experiment, and basically what you're going to do is take one of these balloons. It has a caterpillar on one side and a butterfly on the other, and you're going to put some baking soda in it. You can do that with the students watching or without, however you choose. You're going to pour some vinegar into the bottle about up to that line you can see there. And then you're going to attach the balloon to the top of the bottle. And when you do that, be careful, just kind of keep it on its side so that the baking soda doesn't dump in. You want the kids to only see the caterpillar side of the balloon. And so then when you lift up the balloon, the baking soda will fall in and it'll blow up the balloon, and you can covertly turn it to the side, and all of a sudden it'll be a butterfly. So you can talk about life cycles and doing that. When you're done with it, there's a dump bucket up here. We'd ask you to pour it out in there and then keep your used bottle up there. We'll rinse them out so that you can use it again, and the experiment will work. The second part of this is creating a chrysalis. And basically what you're going to do is over here, it has everything you need, every step. You're going to get a coffee filter, use dot daubers, then they'll spray it with a water bottle. We've covered the tables so they can have fun with that. Then there's plain clothespins here. You can hang up the coffee filters. We have clotheslines up here that'll have your names so that you can clip the things to dry. And then we'll have colored clothespins. They're coming, but I painted a few to get us started. Take those and you can put eyes on them, pom-poms on them, and then chenille sticks to be the antennas. And then you will have the green tubes that they can put them in to be the chrysalis. So, very exciting. I think that they will have a blast with that. I will be sending you pictures in the email of both of those so that you can have an idea step by step of what to do. Be sure to review the vocabulary words and the I can statements. This next station is retelling, story retelling. There's Legos and a story box that has all the little props that are needed to tell the story. There's 2 books and also on the wall an example. And basically they can retell. It's good opportunities for differentiation with this one. We're going to try and get those fixed before we get started, so that the kids can do that, but the first couple days that might not be available. We'll try our best to get that done. The third one is a teacher-led station. It's Ozobots, and basically Ozobots are the little robots that follow whatever you draw. So they're in here, and what you're going to do is not do that. There's erasers and dry erase markers in here. There's also some more, if you're interested in what else it can do, higher level things, there's some information there. But you're going to turn it on. There's a calibration dot. I'll explain that in the email. But you're going to turn it on right here. It's just a little tiny circle on the side. And you can have, like, maybe for the 3s, there's lots of different insects and life cycles that you can choose from, the students can choose. And you're going to program the Ozobot to move through a life cycle. So basically, you can spread out the pictures. Maybe the 3s, you do them in order, and then they can draw a circle or they can draw from point to point. And once that Ozobot's turned on, then you set it down and it'll follow the path that they've made. So if you want to be a little more complicated, maybe the 4s need more of a challenge, you can mix up the different parts of the life cycle and make them draw all the way around to it. So I'll do this as if it was being done for the first time. And basically, you put the Ozobot down, and they're going to run into challenges with this. It may be that that intersecting point didn't work, because that's exactly what I was trying to get it to do. So you'll want to problem solve with them, and you can, wipe off the side so it'll go in the right direction. And then while he's doing that, you're going to need to make sure and cross him again so that he'll go the right way. So you can mix it up and they can follow along however they want to do that. I think that they'll really have a blast with that. There are, a couple different things. If the charge is gone, switch it out. In the library, just bring it to me. It auto switches off, so you don't have to worry about that. There are different colored markers in there. I think any of them will work. And make sure they're there when you leave. These things are really small, so if you'll just do your best to make sure that the lids are on the markers and that the robots are actually back in place, that'd be great. Next station is the green station, and this is all about spring and eggs. And so basically there's eggs here on the table that they can build with. This is a 3-part activity. And there's Play-Doh here, so it's in little bags, and they can play, and there'll be tape measures. They can measure and see how tall they can get their structure. Then there are blue eggs over here. All the blue eggs go back in this bin because they're weighted. So they can measure and see which ones are heavy and light and sort those. And they can also use them to spin and see which ones go slow and fast. That's a good opportunity to talk about why some spin faster and some spin slower. That is an independent station. So you'll need to demo how to spin with 2 hands at the beginning, and also how to use the slide. The scale, if it's off, you just move these little sliders until it's even, till those 2 arrows line up. So that shouldn't be too bad. Lots of books on life cycles and insects. And then the last week, the week of the 21st, which is the last week of the Makerspace, the week before school's out, we're going to do a special project. We are going to build structures for the chickens to roost on. So they need to be sturdy, and that's kind of the point of it. So basically they'll build structures in groups, and then you will get to test them with a chick. Obviously the teachers will be the only ones who manage the chicks. They can look, not touch. We don't want 300 kids petting the baby chicks. I will send you a video so you can see how another school did it, and some great reflection and questioning in there. No animals will be harmed in the making of it. And in the lesson plan, there's some great information on roosting that I think you'll appreciate. So finally, there's a reflection poster over here. So when you're all done and you get back into your big group and talk about the things that you did, the questions are all right here together. Make it easy, and I'll have them on a clipboard as well. And the other clipboards that are around are for questions during. So you might want to take an independent station clipboard with you wherever you go, so that halfway through you can, ask questions across the room. Everything has a place. There's labels on everything, so try and keep things where they need to be. Take lots of pictures with the iPad. We love that. That's been really, really fun. And just want to FYI let you know that there will be a survey coming out about the Makerspace, and so when you get that, please fill it out so that we can review it at our meeting and talk about what we want to do for next year. We love to hear from you. So have fun creating, and happy Makerspacing. Bye.